This one muscle has one of the fewest exercises for it, but it should never leave your program. Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you being here, and if you do like my channel or this video overall, please subscribe and like this video and comment what you would like to see in the future. But today we're going to be talking about an exercise that you definitely know and have done in the past, but it is super important and I want to explain why. We're going to start off by checking out the quads. The quads in general are a super useful muscle for growing those huge legs because they are the front view for getting big legs. And they're divided into four muscles, but we're going to specifically be talking about one. And this specific one doesn't get involved in a squat or leg press or any type of lunge in general. It's mainly worked in this one specific exercise, and that's the quad extension. The special muscle is the rectus femoris, and this guy attaches to the knee and hips. And this is where it differs from the rest of the quad muscles because the rest just attach to the knee and they only flex the knee in general. So when we're looking at something that attaches to the knee and hips, that means we have to find an exercise that involves both of those guys when either shortening or lengthening that specific muscle, and this is the rectus femoris. Before we talk about the quad, this would be something like a sissy squat that would be super useful because we're not flexing through the hip, but we are flexing through the knee, and this is stretching the rectus femoris or just working it in the lengthened position. This is quite a difficult exercise to perform, so if you need some stability, that would be useful too, but it is also a good finisher to the main act of the show, the quad extension, and let's talk about that. This exercise is special because it does work it in the shortened position, meaning that we have flexed hips. Alongside that, we're extending the knee to fully shorten this rectus femoris alongside the other quad muscles as well. But this is the first exercise that actually works this muscle really, really well, when a lot of other exercises like squats and leg press really only work the other three muscles of the quad decently well. So this is where it's super useful to apply this in our program because it's not a common movement that we can really do with free weights unless you attach a dumbbell to your foot, and that's a little bit difficult to do. However, also, the quad extension is super useful for just warming up your knees if you do have knee pain. A lot of people start their leg day with a quad extension because it allows for some blood flow around the knee, get it moving, and you don't need to go to failure per se, but it is a good exercise to even just get going because it's stable and it's easy to do and it just warms up that knee pretty well. A few mistakes that I tend to see is people throwing the weight with their ego, and this is just because they don't want to control the weight and they want to move as much weight as possible. But this also can tend to lead to knee problems if you are using your ego a lot with this exercise. So make sure that you're getting a full squeeze, you control the weight down, get a full stretch if your machine allows you to do so. Some machines don't worry about it, it's still working it in the shortened position. However, make sure that you do these few things and you'd be good to go after that for this specific exercise. How I would put this in my program, I'm specifically doing upper lower, is just doing one set per lower day and going around 0 to 2 RIR just to save on energy. And so if you're doing just one leg day a week, you could do 2 to 3 sets depending on your recoverability. Just focus on yourself and see if you can continually progress. If you are doing 3 sets and you're noticing you're not going up in weights or reps after a few weeks, bump down a set and just do the 2 and you're good to go, because obviously you're going to have other quad movements with this, and this should just be an additional set or 2 to get a little bit extra stimulus for that special muscle, the rectus femoris. But that's that. If you did enjoy today's video, I recommend subscribing and liking this video, and please comment what you would like to see in the future so I can just get a little bit more helpful to you guys, as I want to provide as much information as I can and be as helpful as I can in general. So have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.